Hello and welcome to interactive character design, rigging and animation using Blender. Extrude is one of the most common tools used in Blender for modeling. To access this tool, switch to edit mode, and when you left click on this notch, you will see all the different extrude tool options. Using the extrude tool region, I can either click on this vertex while vertex mode is selected and drag to extrude along an axis using this yellow gizmo, or I can simply drag this white circle to extrude freely to any location I deem fit. Now to extrude the edge, drag to highlight these vertices and press X and select delete vertices. Now press 2 to switch to edge select mode. Select this edge and use the yellow gizmo to drag along the axis. Or you can do that freely by dragging the circle. And if you notice, while dragging the edge, faces were created in the process. To check them out, press 3 to switch to face select mode. These are the faces that were created in the process. And I can select this face to extrude. And to delete just this part, switch back to vertex select mode and drag to make a selection and X to delete. In the scene statistics after deleting, we now have the exact number of vertices, edges and faces just like before. To extrude the face, press 3 to switch to face select mode and click on this face and drag. This will create a duplicate that is connected to the original. Drag the face below to extrude. And if you toggle X-ray mode, what you will notice is that all the regions we extrude, including this one below, does not have any face, because during extruding, the original face will always be deleted, but it will keep the edges and vertices. And this is very good because having a lot of faces inside an object can cause a lot of problems during modeling. Now, if I use extrude region to extrude this face inward, this will create a problem by adding extra geometry inside, leaving us with a bunch of messy faces. To do it correctly, press Ctrl Z to undo and use extrude manifold instead. This will do a perfect job by removing extra geometry in the process. And if I push this inward, this will not create any extra geometry, but if I use extrude region, you can see that this is creating an extra geometry, but this is not what we want in this case. So I will undo, and since I want an extra geometry here, I will switch to extrude region and drag. To see how the other extrude tools work, let's create another mesh object. Switch to object mode, press Shift A and create a cube. Drag it from the wall origin to this position. And while in edit mode, if we select these faces and drag, this will extrude along the average normal as a connected hole. But if I undo and switch it back to extrude along normals and extrude, this will extrude along their individual normal and as a connected piece or a whole object. An interesting thing we can do here is that I will undo and select offset even before dragging. This will even out the extrusion all the way around. Extrude individual will extrude the faces along their individual normal, instead of as a single whole object, just like we saw in extrude along normal. Using the hotkey to perform this operation will actually make the work process easier. So while the faces are still selected, press Alt-E and click on Extrude Individual Faces. This works exactly like the tool we just finished using. Now press Alt-E and select Extrude along normals and drag. The extrusion is not even out all the way around. To do that, press S. Now the extrusion is even out. And to extrude region, you can simply press E to extrude. Next, let's look at extrude to cursor. So select just this face. This will duplicate and extrude selected faces, edges, or vertices toward the mouse cursor. And to get a better result, press 3 to right orthographic view and extrude. Now we have a more cleaner job done. So that concludes our discussion on extrude tools. In the next video, we will look at insert faces. So I'll see you guys in the next video.